Everyone, our book today is The Three Men Who Walked in Fire. Looks like this. One day in old Jerusalem, 3 little boys ran fast. They hid and watched while soldiers armed with swords and spears marched past. "Burn down the houses! Steal the gold!" they heard the soldiers shout. The boys crouched very quietly, not daring to look out. See them hiding there?
I know it's going to happen, I think.
Yeah. I think you're right, Anthony. But soon a soldier saw them there. He quickly caught all 3. "You boys will make good slaves," he said. "I'll take you home with me." So they're being put in a cart to be slaves. Though they were slaves for many years, the boys did not despair. "Dear God, we know you're by our side," they said each day in prayer. The oldest was the smartest one. They called him wise Shadrach. The youngest was the strongest one. No one could beat Meshach. The third was like the best of all, no matter where he went. Abednego brought fun and grins and laughing merriment. One day, the king of this strange land was feeling very proud. He thought about how great he was until he said aloud, "There really is nothing in the world I cannot do or say. Why, I could even make a god. I'll do it right away."
Yeah.
Yes. "Go out," the king called to his men, "and gather all the gold." The soldiers quickly hurried off to do as they were told. One morning near the city walls, the people saw a sight so horrible to look on it made them shake with fright. So you can see in this picture that the workers are making a god out of gold. So they're melting coins and jewels, and they're going to build it into something that they call their god.
Yeah.
Yeah. An ugly statue made of gold stood high above the town. Its monstrous mouth was open wide. Its evil eyes glared down. So see, they used that gold and they built that big, big statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what made the Egyptians, I think.
Yeah. Then messengers rode everywhere to read the king's new law. "Hear ye, hear ye," they cried aloud to everyone they saw. "Whenever people in this land hear music being played, they must fall down and pray before the God our king has made, or else the king will have you thrown into a fiery pen." These words sent shivers up the spines of even the bravest men. Look how they're going all...
But not for the slaves.
Yeah, we're going to learn about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in a minute, how they responded. It wasn't long before the sound of music filled the air, and all the frightened people fell upon the ground in prayer. But suddenly the soldiers cried, "Why can't we see Meshach? What happened to Abednego? And where is wise Shadrach?" No one could find them anywhere, for they had stayed away. They stayed at home and prayed to God, just as they did each day. So you were right about that.
What about what?
That Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had a different response. When he found out, the king became as mad as he could be. "How dare you disobey my law?" he asked them angrily. "Fall down upon your knees at once, or you will soon be dead."
No, they won't. God will save them.
Yeah, Anthony knows how this story is going to go. But Shadrach stepped up to the king and slowly shook his head. "O king," he said, "your silly gold is not a god at all. It's just a hunk of ugly junk outside the city wall. Our God is very powerful. He's wise and strong and true, and we will pray to him each day, no matter what you do."
I heard this tale, I think.
You heard this tale before?
But
The king was furious at this. His face turned white, then
not
red.
This book.
Not with this book. "I'll show you I am stronger than your foolish God," he said. "Put on their coats. Now tie them up and make the fire burn high." What do you think that king is feeling?
Mad.
Yeah, pretty angry. Just wait, we're almost there. The red-hot fire grew hotter still. It reached far in the sky. Its flames were making roars and howls so horrible to hear. The soldiers holding Shadrach and his friends were filled with fear. "Now throw them in," the king called out, and while they held their breath, the 3 brave men fell down, 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 down to a fiery death. Look at that enormous place where they would be thrown into.
Yeah.
The flames rose higher and now killed the soldiers near the pit. The king and all the people moved back, far away from it. The fire began to fade away, and when the smoke had cleared, the king could not believe his eyes at what had now appeared.
They're still alive.
Yeah, they're still alive. There in the middle of the flames, 4 men stood instead of 3. They were walking all around the fire, as alive as they could be. The 4th man was an angel sent by God into the pit. He guarded so the men had not been burned one little bit. The king was so surprised that he could hardly move or speak. Instead of feeling...
Which one is the angel?
This one right here. Instead of feeling proud right now, he felt a little weak. So there's the angel right there, and you can see the king looking in. He's very surprised because he thought they would be dead. But that angel kept them safe.
Yeah, that cat angel. Look, it's like a cat angel.
At last he called, "Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach, come out." "Why, not one hair is burned," he said as they turned round about. "You truly must be men of God, for he has set you free. From this day on you'll be my friends and rule along with me. How wonderful your great God is. Today I do command that all my people honor him throughout my mighty land."
There.
So, because of their faith, the king said that everyone should believe in God, the real God, not one made of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the end of that story.
So, they didn't make the Egyptians? Or
So
they were the different than they leveled up to this?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.